Yo guys, it's your boy Chris and welcome back to my channel Chris TVGH, and you know how we do it already. Today I'm here to give you guys the transfer recap, and those of you that are asking about Michael, today he's here. The foolish boy, today he's here. So guys, I'll let them introduce themselves to you guys. So Charlie.
Yeah, I'm Kunta.
Kunta, okay.
My boys call me Amba.
Amba.
That's my name.
You know my name already. Micheal, Michael.
Yeah, that's serious. Okay, so guys, let's start quickly. It's all about the transfer recaps. The transfer window is officially closed, and then today we are here to give you guys the done deals and then the major moves that happens in the major leagues. And let's start with England. When we talk about the transfer, we talk about the transfer window, the transfer market, the big moves, and then unexpected moves that always happen in the EPL. So let's start with the EPL right now. So let's go straight to Manchester City. This season, the moves were not that plenty like that, but they signed on some big names like Antoine Semenyo and Guéhi. So guys, let's talk about Antoine Semenyo. How do you guys see this move and the money that is involved? Yeah, City signed Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth, about 72 million euros. So guys, how do you see this move, Kunta?
Antoine Semenyo's move to City was a very good move. Okay. I was thinking he would be going to Chelsea, but unfortunately City was able to take him from Chelsea. And from his 2-3 games, I've seen him is growing into a big player for City at the moment right now. Because from his first match, how he was able to move and assist with the City players was very nice. And I'm just hoping this season will go on very good for him. Then we see how best we can move from that place.
Okay.
And okay, let me see. Guéhi too was like unexpected move to City because everybody was thinking he's going to Liverpool. Barca was in the conversation, Madrid was in the conversation, but on the deadline, 2 days to the deadline, he moved to City, and we are all hoping everything goes well for him for City, and we see how best move from that place.
So do you think Guéhi deserves that City move?
Okay, for the moment, for the City backline, I don't see anybody at his level right now because City has a lot of injuries.
So you think Guéhi is going to fit into City?
He's going to
looking at 1 or 2 games already. Guéhi is one of the players that is more experienced in the EPL. Yeah. Yes, he's more experienced. But Guardiola's system. Do you think Guéhi is going to fit into that system?
Guardiola is one of the best managers we have in the EPL for the past 7-8 years. You understand?
Yeah.
And even if the guy doesn't fit his position very well, he knows how he's going to manipulate it and get the best out of him.
Thank you.
Because when this guy Stones was coming to City, like nobody knew him very well, and he's picking from that place, and now he's one of the best centre backs and defenders we have in the EPL right now. And so I don't have any problem with Marc moving to City. If it was to be Manchester, like I have a little problem, yes, but
I see.
For City, I have no problem with that.
All right. So, Mike, what do you have to?
I'll start with Guéhi's move to Manchester City.
Okay.
It's a very smart move for both parties, both Manchester City and Guéhi's camp. Yeah. Because at the moment, City have problems with their backline. Diaz is their best centre back at the moment, and Josko Gvardiol, I don't know. I seen when he's playing left back, I see him playing very well as compared to that of the centre back. So Kusanov is now picking up. So they need another experienced centre back to partner with Rúben Diaz to form a very strong back line, and it's a perfect move for him. It's a perfect for him, not as in City only, but with the kinds of teams that approached him. City was the best for him. It was the best thing for him to continue with his
career.
Yes, his career. So going to City is going to be a perfect move for Guéhi. And besides, he also has a little bit of composure. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see him playing. If I see Pep playing him in the central defensive midfield or as a right back, because Pep, there, you know him. Yeah. He can just change your position to even the center forward. He's very good. So it's a very good and big and smart move for both parties.
Okay.
So it's an A for Manchester City.
All right. It's a very big win for Manchester City out there. You know, with this Guéhi's move to City, Chelsea was in a story of this Guéhi. You know, but Chelsea back off from the deal due to the kind of this is that Crystal Palace was asking, and also the Guéhi's wages. You know, the deals that what his agents are requesting. You know, that was the reason why Chelsea back up. You know, Chelsea would have gotten this guy on a silver platter because he was there before he left.
And they have an clause into his contract, a future sale clause. So they would have gained like about 20% of it.
Yeah, 20% on his sell-on clause. Yeah. So I think him moving to City was unexpected, but well, it's a win for Manchester City. And then
aside the wages and the money involved, Chelsea they want to pay huge or like buy centre backs for a huge amount because of the development of Josh Champon as well as Mahadou Sarr and Aaron Semenyo. That's the same way why they backed off from Jeremy Jacques though, because they have trust in these three centre backs. So they didn't want to pay huge amounts and waste money to get Guéhi because of this defenders. And talking about Antoine Semenyo, so it's a very big win. Like this transfer window, it's an A for Manchester City because City have a very good wingers, but those wingers can provide them with goals. They have skillful and electrifying wingers with the likes of Jeremy Doku and Savino.
Yeah,
Foden too can also play that position. Oscar Bobb has been moved to Fulham. So with this type of wingers, for the past 2 seasons, Antoine Semenyo is ahead of them because a winger who can give you those goals is not normal like that.
Okay.
So them signing Antoine Semenyo is a very big win for them.
all right.
They are going to enjoy it very well because aside Semenyo playing the wings, he's gonna provide you with the assist and the goals. He could give you like 10 to 15 Premier League goals. No goals, just Premier League goals a season. So it's a big win for Manchester City.
Well, it's a big win for Manchester City for Antoine Semenyo. Well, that is it. You know, Chelsea was in the race for Semenyo though, and then they backed off. I don't want us to talk about that.
Chelsea, they are always chasing every player.
And
you know them. That's my team.
Yes. Chelsea always chasing players.
Yes.
And you know, there is no player that Chelsea cannot sign right now. But unless they back off from the deal themselves, that is it. So now let's move to Tottenham. Tottenham got Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher is back to the EPL. You know how Conor Gallagher's move went. You know, he was at Chelsea before he moved to Atletico Madrid. He was the season that Conor Gallagher moved to Atletico Madrid was one of his best seasons at Chelsea before he was moved to Atletico Madrid, and now he's back to the EPL, and this one is not at Chelsea, it's at Tottenham. What do you have to say about that as a Chelsea supporter? What do you have to say about Conor Gallagher signing for Tottenham?
It saddens me see my player play for a rival club. Yeah, but with the personality Conor Gallagher has, he's a very good player.
Yeah.
But I don't think Tottenham is the best team for him.
Okay.
I would have preferred if he had moved to Aston Villa over Tottenham. No. Because look at the midfielders. They have Yves Bissouma. They have Rodrigo Bentancur. He's the main reason why
Bentancur.
Yeah, he's the main reason why they signed Conor Gallagher because he's been injured. I think he will be sidelined for I think the whole season or something. And who again? And I don't know whether Ben Davies is still there. Like for now, they need a very classic midfielder. They don't need a box to box because they have midfielders who are going to do the tackling, the box to box 8, running up and down for them. So with Conor Gallagher, they don't need him at this moment. Maddison is out, and with the kind of job Maddison would have done in the team, Xavi Simons isn't doing, because Maddison can do the role of both a number 8 and a number 10.
Okay.
But Xavi Simons will just give you the number 10 role. So they needed a number 8, number 10 kind of midfielder, Bruno Fernandes. I'm not saying they should go for Bruno, but I mean the style, like Bruno Fernandes, Martin Odegaard kind of players. Okay. So we call Conor Gallagher. No. It's a very wrong move.
Deal.
They could have gone for this player article, Thiago Almada. He's a kind of what's his name? Maddison. That type of player, number 10 who can play number 8. They could have gone for such kind of players, not Conor Gallagher. Gallagher is a very good player. I would have loved for him to play for Chelsea once again, but with his play style, I don't think Tottenham was the best move for him. He could have gone to another club to develop well. So it's I don't know whether it's a win. It's a win for Tottenham, but it's a lose for Conor Gallagher.
No, let's have his opinion about that.
Okay, Rodri, Conor Gallagher. His move to Tottenham is the worst decision of his life.
Okay,
he's going to regret it, because I don't see Tottenham at the best level football at the moment right now, because they are always between 6th, 7th position every season. They will come to the top 4, then drop.
They're
So
not consistent.
They're not consistent. It's only this time Champions League they are having a good run, yes, but even in the league they are suffering a lot. So a player Tottenham should have gone for should have been this guy, Odrigo Dupont.
Okay.
They should have gone for that guy, because he will be the best for them. His physicality and everything. Conor Gallagher playing in England will be a little bit soft, because the English players, if they go to their own country, they feel relaxed. If they are outside of that country, they want to go. Yes. So the move to Tottenham is not good for
it's not a pickup for you. Okay, so now let's move to Chelsea side. You know, from the beginning, I told you guys that Chelsea will not be busy in a transfer window. Yes, I told you guys. I gave you Chelsea's plans for the transfer window, because if you like go and watch my previous video, I told you that Chelsea will not be signing. They will not be busy doing signings, but rather they're outgoing. So the only player Chelsea signed this transfer window was Yisa Alao. That was just academy player, but he will be sometimes featured in the first team. Yeah, that is it. So, but they were busy with the outgoings. So let me brush through the outgoing. So Axel Disasi to West Ham, on loan. Tariq George to Everton on loan. David Datro Fofana on loan to Strasbourg. Aaron Anselino on loan to Strasbourg. Kendrick Paez on loan to River Plate, Argentina. And then Frankie Roham to Ipswich Town on loan. And then Joseph Willa Henry to Brentford on loan. And this Anselino's move, he was at Dortmund before Chelsea called him back. Chelsea called him back to the club, and the reason Chelsea called Anselino is, if you guys don't know, I'm breaking it to you guys, that the reason why Chelsea called Anselino was Dortmund were trying to buy into Anselino's mind, so that he will sign a pre-agreement with them, so that in summer they'll make the deal permanent, so that the guy they'll make the deal permanent. And Chelsea were not happy with that move. That was the reason why. That was the best reason why Chelsea called Anselino back to the club, and then they sent him back to Strasbourg. Strasbourg again. And also, one of the biggest news at Chelsea is Raheem Sterling. Yes, they've terminated Raheem Sterling's contract after they sidelined him from the first team. So what do you have to say about this? Is this good for Chelsea to sideline or to terminate Raheem Sterling's contract? And
it's a go for everybody.
Okay.
Because if Sterling is staying, you are paying him. He's always in the house. Every week you are paying him huge sums of money, whereby that money you can use for something else.
Yeah, his salary too is big at Chelsea. Yes. Yeah, very huge.
So it's a win-win for both parties. For him to go, even if it's a free transfer, then the money you're paying him every year, you have that money stock to buy another player. Yes. And the Stavino conversation, it pains me a lot, because a guy playing at Dortmund, saying to Strasbourg, dipping him down.
No, Strasbourg is not Strasbourg
No.
is not a small team like that.
It's
Yeah.
a small thing.
No, Strasbourg is not a small team. No,
Coming.
That's-
Where I'm coming.
When you're comparing both
See,
teams,
like,
it's small team.
No.
why you are
I
saying
get you, I
Strasbourg
get
is not a small thing is because it's for Chelsea.
Yes, I guess
It's like City with this
you
team.
just like
Girona.
you
okay.
You understand?
You got to
It's
know
his-
Strasbourg just last season when
Yes.
Chelsea bought the team.
Bought
Am
the
I
team.
lying?
But
I know
you see-
Strasbourg a long time.
But I
No,
mean,
no, yeah, like it's a
the
team.
nation to be a small team. If not because Chelsea,
I know Strasbourg long time. Just that they are not performing that high, but
That-
you know they are coming up. Yeah, they are coming up.
Oh.
You know when you put Strasbourg and then Dortmund there right
Yes,
now,
Dortmund
Dortmund is ahead of
Yes.
Strasbourg,
But
but
Strasbourg is like what Kaula is Picanto. Yeah. And Dortmund is maybe V8.
of course,
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand in that way.
A player playing for Dortmund consistently, playing day in day out, and you moving back to
Yes.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
it's as if you had no deal for him back to
No,
Chelsea.
the reason that was I gave the reason.
There is a reason.
Okay, you talk.
Listen, there is a reason.
Okay, talk.
The thing is, that's how Dortmund they work. That's the same way they did to Kanté Chukwuemeka. When you play for them, and they see that maybe you have maybe playing time issues with your club,
Yeah.
they want to buy into you, even if you don't reach a agreement, but like you agree with them that yes you come there. So maybe if you are to be sold for like 50 million pounds, they'll convince you. So you tell your club. That's what they did to Kanté Chukwuemeka. When Leipzig wanted him, he said no. When any club approached him, they said no. They wanted to offer him to Strasbourg. He said no. He only wants Dortmund.
Dortmund.
So in this case, if you have to sell him for 50 million, because he doesn't want the move to any other club, he only wants the move to Dortmund. Dortmund are willing to offer 30 million. You don't have any choice. The player doesn't want to play for you again.
Yes.
He wants to move to only Dortmund. You want to sell him for 50 million. Dortmund are offering 30 million. You have no choice than to sell him for that 30 million. But down, it's a lose for you.
That was what they wanted to do with
So yes,
Ancelino.
that was the same thing they wanted to do with Aaron Ancelino. That's why they were quick and recording and sent him to Strasbourg. Because if he had stayed to the end of the season, they would have convinced him that yes, Dortmund is the best place for. And like truth be told, he was enjoying life at Dortmund.
Yeah.
So if he had stayed there for another 6 months, I tell you, he would just change up his mind very easily. So that's a smart move Chelsea did. So I'm not sure after this Chelsea they're going to do any business with Dortmund.
Even if they will do it,
unless
maybe
maybe
now.
to be a straight
Yeah. Deal. Straightforward deal.
no loan. If you're buying a player, you're buying, but no loan.
Yeah.
That's what they do to most of the players. And when they want to buy your player, they want to buy it at a very
On a low
low
price.
silver platter. But when you want this, they want to like sell it because a normal no. The time you bought Gittins, I don't see Gittins being a better player than Kanté Chukwuemeka. But see the amounts they bought Chukwuemeka and see the amounts we paid for Jamie Gittins.
Yeah.
That's how they work. So if you send your player there on loan, they'll try to convince the player so the player will get to like the club. So when you're trying to sell the player to another club, the player would like refuse to go because he wants to go to Dortmund. And with that one, you have no choice than to accept the amount they Dortmund are willing to offer you because the player only wants to go there. That's why Chelsea, because in terms of development, Dortmund was the best place for Ancelino.
Yeah.
But because of what you were trying to do, that's why Chelsea recalled him from Dortmund and sent him to Strasbourg. It's a downgrade, though, but it was best for Chelsea. If not best for the player, it was best for Chelsea. Because even if they want to sell the guy, after the guy plays for Strasbourg, if they want to sell him at 50 million, you'd have to buy because there was no one pushing him. You get me? But if you had to stay at Dortmund for another 6 months, they would have convinced him, and Chelsea would be forced to sell him for like 30 million instead of maybe the 50 million. That's why they required him for the loan.
Yeah, and Kanté Price too. He was not getting playing time at Strasbourg. That was the reason why Chelsea called him back too.
Chelsea didn't call him. He was the one offering to leave. He's a very lazy guy. He's a very talented player, but he's a very lazy guy. If he wasn't lazy, I tell you, Price is aside Yamal and Estevao, then Quenda. Kanté Price also
in that conversation.
Yes, he's also in the same brackets, even though he's not played enough. But because of him being very lazy, that's why. Because if he had wanted to leave, like there would be top clubs chasing him, even on loan. But see, just favor played him. He's very lazy. That's why he got there. He could have stayed and worked harder. Because there are players working harder. Palmer isn't a very energetic guy, but he shows some sign of seriousness. That's what as a player you should do. But he's very lazy. That's why because I can tell you that the Strasbourg players, aside maybe Valentin Baku, from the midfield to the attack, no one is talented than Kendi Payes.
Okay.
So he should be starting, but how come Ameya and Godo are all starting ahead from you? Or are all starting ahead of you? Why? It should tell you something that there is something wrong. Meaning the guy is lazy, he's not working hard. That's the main reason why he left.
All right, Candy Pie, you see, you are lazy, you are not working hard. So let me move to West Ham. You know, this transfer window, West Ham were so busy. So let me just brush through let me brush through their the players that they've signed this transfer window during this transfer window. Yeah. So West Ham they got 30 Castellanos, and then Pablo Felipe, Adama Traoré Adama Traoré, and then was true man, Adama Traoré, and Yisa Disasi from Chelsea. Yeah, Yisa Disasi is on loan from Chelsea. Now let's move to Crystal Palace. Yes, Charlie. Crystal Palace pushed some strings this season, like this transfer window. They got Brennan Johnson from Tottenham. Do you think it's a great move for Brennan Johnson to Crystal Palace? Kunta?
I don't even know what to say. Let's look out for it.
Okay.
Because I don't know why I'll move from Tottenham to Crystal Palace when Crystal Palace.
You know, Brennan Johnson just fell up from Tottenham. For real, he was one of the top. He was one of the top prospects for. Yeah, he was one of the.
If you go to a team, you should go to a team
but
that is stable. Crystal Palace is not stable at the moment right now because you selling players in and out and financial.
Looking at how well. Let me put it in this way. Looking at how well he fell out, that was the reason why he accepted Crystal Palace deal.
There is a reason.
If it was to be me, I would have gone to Nottingham Forest than Crystal Palace.
Why would you have gone to Nottingham Forest than Crystal Palace? Give us a reason.
Explain.
Nottingham Forest.
You go explain tire.
I'm not going to explain tire. Like you see, why I say Nottingham Forest? Nottingham Forest doesn't have that exposure, that pressure to be on him.
Okay.
You be on a normal ceiling, just pick up your football and go away.
And
But Crystal Palace, it's like every team is talking about Crystal Palace from when they won the, I think, FA Cup or
and they had a great run on the Premier League
yes, from the beginning. But right now, you are suffering right now.
Okay,
you understand? And you moving to a team that is having that problem, you can't be focused on playing football because every day you be in a newspaper every day.
Okay.
This player is this player is that.
So your point now is there will be a pressure on Brennan Johnson.
Yes. So if it was to be me, I will move to a low team, both from that place.
Okay.
Move on.
Pick up your career back.
Yes.
Michael, what do you have to say about Brennan Johnson?
I understand him saying that he would have preferred Nottingham Forest. Okay. But can you tell me how many Nottingham Forest players have moved from Nottingham Forest to a bigger club? The only person who was making for a big move was what's his name? Morgan Gibbs White, but he didn't go through. With Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace, they are all on the same level. The difference is that Crystal Palace had a very good season, like last season. That's the difference. And moving from Tottenham to Crystal Palace is a big win for Brennan Johnson, because it's a very big step in his career to show what he could do. Because at the moment, Tottenham aren't performing.
Is Crystal Palace bigger than Tottenham?
Yes, they're not bigger than Tottenham.
So but it's a big move for him.
Yes, the big move for him, not in his career. Sometimes you have to move from somewhere. Moving from, for example, if you're not performing in Chelsea and you move from Chelsea to Ajax, it's a big move for, because
Ajax is bigger than Chelsea.
No, like
Ajax is not bigger than Chelsea.
It's bigger than Chelsea.
No, in what way?
In Europe.
No.
What?
Let's forget about the trophies. Let's not argue about this. What about in terms of names? Who is bigger than?
In terms of name, Chelsea is bigger than.
Yes, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
In terms of all round.
Okay, yeah, because of the trophies. Yeah, they have trophies and
Ajax is.
Are you talking about European trophies or?
Okay. You let me use that one. Maybe let's say
Why are you running away from Ajax?
Oh no, I don't want to argue. We have no time. We have no time. I don't want to argue about it. That's why I'm just switching. Maybe let's say Jamie Gittins, he's at Chelsea at the moment. Yes. He's not having a very great season, and he moves to Dortmund. It's a big move for him because Dortmund is a place for him to develop his career, which can get you a big move. But moving from Chelsea to like Tottenham, won't like give you a big move. Tell me how many players from how many Tottenham players do you see them making a big move to other clubs?
It's very hard.
Yes. So yes, sometimes yes, and you have to perform to the extreme.
This guy, former Madrid player, Madrid who moved to AC.
Modric.
Yeah,
Even that was before.
This guy moved from from Tottenham to Manchester United. I've forgotten his name. He's a Bulgarian player. If you have not,
It's a regular.
no,
not so good regular.
Rooney that time.
Oh, man, guy.
I've forgotten his name.
Oh, I don't want kind of guy though.
It was a very famous. I've forgotten his name.
Oh.
You see, some transfers helps you a lot.
Yes.
Some transfers to bring you down.
But at the moment, I don't see anyone chase you. Just this transfer window. So, but like aside Kuti Romero and Van de Ven, I don't see any of Tottenham's player making a big move. You get me? And sometimes when you fall out of favor at a club, it's very difficult to rise against that
back.
same club.
Well, okay. In all, Brennan Johnson made a big move.
Yes,
to go and
because being at Crystal Palace, if he performs this season, see Mateta can in a game he can score 5 chances. He just scores a goal. And see this transfer. You see the team surrounding him. If it wasn't for his injury, it would have been a Mateta Milan. As at now, that's it. So with Crystal Palace, the pressure talking about is not that as compared to Tottenham. With Tottenham, you are a winger. If you score maybe 7 goals, 8 goals, you are still made. But with Crystal Palace, you can score 8 goals, 3 assists. They'll say, yeah, he's having a very good season because Crystal Palace. So it's a very big move for him.
If he makes that same numbers at Nottingham Forest, it's a very big official.
Yes, but not some clubs aside your performance, your clubs also talks more fruit. That's why I said Nottingham
Because
first players don't make big moves.
If I was chipping something, like when Leicester took the EPL that season until 2018, that season, which player was a top player for Leicester that season? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. But after winning the league,
but one of their midfielder was also outstanding, N'Golo Kanté.
No, he meant before.
Before
Okay,
when
No
they
one
won
knew
the
them, no one
Okay,
knew
okay.
You understand? So it's push you when Nottingham Forest came to the EPL, have made a very stand position at the EPL at the moment right now. You understand? So it's not a team like maybe you say is going back to the Division 2 to go and play from that place and
it's very hard for him to go to relegation.
He's stable. It's not a big push because I think this is the second time coming for the past almost 20 years or 30 years. This is the second or third time he's come to the Premier League. You understand? And so it's good for me. If it was to be me, I would rather move to Nottingham Forest than
Let me
Crystal
chip in.
Palace.
And one thing is Nottingham Forest is now kind of a defensive team with the likes of their coach. Is this Sean Dyche or what? It's a very defensive minded coach.
Tottenham was already a defensive team.
Yes, so some players can play there. If you are very lazy, Brennan Johnson is a very lazy, slow player. He can't play that. The best of his Crystal Palace.
Okay, so now let's move to Fulham. Fulham getting Bob Oscar from Manchester City. This deal was seriously a surprise for me. Fulham getting Bob Oscar from Manchester City. What do you have to say about this?
I haven't watched Fulham's matches for a long while. So Oscar Bobb is a good player, but Oba, he's not a world class, not an extremely good player. He's okay. So me for now, I have nothing to say. But let's see if they give him the chance. He's skillful, so he would perform. I have just no many things to say about
Oscar
this
Bobb.
move.
Oscar Bobb to Fulham. If I was to Man City, their owners, I'll send him to Girona.
This is a permanent move. It's not on loan.
I'll send him to Girona straight.
And they have a sell-on clause on this deal. They have a 20% sell-on clause on this deal.
Buyback clause.
Fulham will not sell a player 80 million to anybody. You understand?
Yeah.
So why don't I send my players to Girona? You understand?
Okay.
Let him pick. Let him have the fluent to play day in, day out. Then come back. Then you move on. That means sending him to Fulham.
Okay, so is it a good move for Oscar Bobb, or you don't like? It's not a big. It's not a good move.
Okay,
for Oscar Bobb. For the player side, let's leave the club side aside. Let's leave
the player side. If he's only going to get playing time to develop his football, it's good for him.
Okay.
But not just going to Fulham, sitting on the bench day in, day out. Then it means being a City will be better for him than being on the bench to Fulham.
Okay.
And he's going to compete with Chukwueze.
Chukwueze.
And Chukwueze at the moment, Oyero of Kakra. So it's just up to Oscar Bobb to step up. When he's being given the chance to play, he will just do the needful and perform. If he does that, then he's good to go. He would play weekly.
Okay.
So it's up to him.
All right. Let's talk about Liverpool. You know, Liverpool were so quiet and in this transfer window, and then looking at the kind of transfer deals that they pulled during the summer. Yeah, the deals that they pulled during the summer. But this January window, they were so quiet. Before the deadlines, they signed a player, Jeremy Jacquet. That was the player that Chelsea was so all over. But Liverpool were able to pull this deal off. But the player will only come in the summer. And then the money that was involved in this deal was 60 plus 12 million add-ons. What do you have to say about this? Do you think it's a good move? And the money that is involved in this deal? Looking at Jeremy Jacquet, to me, personally, I see it like he's an average player. So, and the money that is involved in this deal.
Totally. If Jeremy Jacquet is 72, right?
Yeah. 50 plus 12 million add-ons. So in total it's 72 million euros.
Okay, if Jacquet is 72 million euros, then I promise you that the meaning a champion will also cost like 65 to 70 million.
Okay. You mean Josh?
Of course. Since the rumor came that Chelsea wanted Jeremy Jacquet, I've watched like 2, 3, 4 matches of Jeremy Jacquet, and I tell you, Mohamed Dusa is better. With this, I give Chelsea a thumbs up for pulling off. Yes,
from the deal.
And recalling Sa from Strasbourg. He's okay. He's okay. But 70. He going to Liverpool. He's choosing. He didn't choose Chelsea. Chelsea left the door, but he going to Liverpool. It's a big win for him. But the price that the amount that they bought him, it's too much. You know, Rene really wants a high price on the deal. And at first, they never wanted.
No, at first
it was to be only Chelsea.
At first, Liverpool. At first, Jacquet was so full of about Chelsea.
Of course.
But weighing the squad, weighing the position right now, Jacquet is a CB. And then when he heard that Chelsea called off Arsenal's loan deal, and then also working on Mamadou Sarr's deal. That was where, and just to his day, that was the reason why. No, that was the reason why this guy he choose Liverpool.
You're mistaken.
Say what you know.
Okay. I'll say what I know.
Yeah, say what you know.
The reason why Chelsea saw that with Rene, that's what most of the clubs do. That's the same way they did to Caicedo. When a club sees that more than like multiple clubs are after its player, they'll just go in for the highest bidder. Chelsea would have bought that guy for like 45 to 50 million. That was the amount Chelsea wanted to buy. And all of a sudden, that's what they did to Caicedo's saga, the same thing. All of a sudden, Liverpool out of nowhere came and they brought that amount, that 65 plus stuff and others. And with that one, Chelsea decided to back off, but not totally. So they saw that keeping Josh and recalling Mamadou Sarr and recalling Semenyo and sending to Strasbourg was the best. So at that moment, when they saw that Chelsea were ready to recall, because he knew that Chelsea have already backed up, that was when he chose Liverpool. Because Chelsea pulled out, because Liverpool were paying 72, and Chelsea, if Chelsea could get his signature, or if they could get him signed for their club, they have to pay the amount or more. Chelsea weren't willing to spend 72 million on a young developing centre back player, while they have like 3
in their system. I want Kunta to say something about this Jeremy Jacquet's move to Liverpool.
Okay.
Do you think Liverpool are spending anyhow?
They are spending anyhow.
Talk to me.
What to players are? What to players are?
They flung got to nobody.
Yeah. Okay. I have nothing to say about this one right now because he'll be moving next season. At the end of this season.
Yeah.
And so let's wait and see whether the price tag
worth okay.
Just the move.
Let's see whether Jeremy Jacquet to Liverpool worth that amount of money.